There's the jail. Okay, Mike, if you can put the other attorneys in the waiting room, please.
Okay, Judge, let me see how. Let's see.
Good morning, Annex. Let's go ahead and start with Mr. Herrera, please.
You're right over.
Thank you. Okay, good morning, Mr. Herrera. Okay, good morning, everyone. We are here under cause number 2023-0C-00667, State of Texas versus Emmanuel Herrera, and may I have announcements from council, please.
Miguel Hernandez for the state, ready to proceed.
Sarah Jakely for Mr. Herrera, also ready to proceed.
And Mr. Herrera, I need your complete name, date of birth, and let me know if you are a U.S. citizen, please.
Oh, yes, Emmanuel Herrera, October 16, 1989. And yes, ma'am, I was born here in El Paso, Texas.
Okay, and Mr. Herrera, you're being charged with the offense of assault family violence. That is a Class A misdemeanor. Range of punishment is a fine up to $4,000 and or jail time up to 1 year. On this case, you have the right to have a jury trial. If you do not wish to plead guilty, we can have a trial in front of a jury in front of the court. Would you like to have a trial? Would you like to plead guilty?
I would like to proceed with the paperwork I signed for, so plead guilty.
Okay, and Mr. Hernandez, what is the recommendation from the state and what's been tendered to the defense pursuant to 3914?
Yes, Your Honor, the recommendation from the state is 60 days in jail with credit for time served and court costs, Your Honor. And upon entering the plea, the state will be dismissing a subsequent misdemeanor ending in last four digits 2218. Pursuant to 3914, Your Honor, the state has tendered various law enforcement reports, records, and supplements, in addition to 2 officer histories, various photo files, and 1 video file, Your Honor.
And Ms. Jakely, have you had an opportunity to review everything that's been placed on portal or tendered to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Herrera, is the 60 days in the county jail your understanding of the recommendation? And for the record, you have credit from January 30th of this year up to March 3rd, and then from March 7th to the present. That's the amount of credit that you have. And let me see. Is that your understanding of the recommendation?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Correct.
I do not have to follow this recommendation. However, if I do, you may not appeal my decision without my permission. To the offense of assault family violence, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, ma'am, for the paperwork I already signed for, yes.
Okay, and then just, let's see, 29 plus 33. Yeah, you already have 62 days credit. So the court is going to accept your guilty plea, finds you guilty of this offense, sentences you to the recommendation of the state, which is 60 days. And for the record, you have 62 days of credit. And Mr. Herrera, the other case is going to be dismissed, but in order to prevent any further arrest, do not go to that house to pick up your stuff unless you have a police escort, okay? So you can go pick up the belongings, because then otherwise we're going to be back where we started again, okay?
Yeah, I have a question though on my property that was towed. It was actually towed the same day I was arrested. I just want to see if I can retrieve my, my property from the impound.
Okay. Did they tow your vehicle or what did they do?
Yeah, the officer offered to tow it, and my mom, she reluctantly said yes. So I just need to see if I can just retrieve my property. Another question is that if the charges that will be assessed on how many days I've been here since March the 5th when it's been towed, am I going to be subject to pay all that in full?
Oh, I don't know. Those are questions for your attorney.
So, yes, Mr. Herrera, you just need to show your title or proof of ownership to get your vehicle back. And then, yes, you are going to have to pay all of that.
So the initial fee and the days assessed?
Yes.
Wow.
Right from the 7th, yeah.
And if I could just, is there any way I could just retrieve my property from my vehicle, which is my clothes and my tools?
I am not sure how that works. I will find out for you because we're gonna, on the release order, Judge, and I don't know if this has already been mentioned because it was on the safety plan, but he's gonna need to be released tomorrow because that's when the rescue mission has a bed for him. They won't have a bed for him open today. So he won't be able to go to the rescue mission until tomorrow.
Okay, then, did you submit a release order so I can sign off on it?
I think, let me double check. I have one. I'll send it to you if not.
Okay, all righty. Okay, then, Mr. Herrera, you will be released tomorrow morning. And, the rescue mission has a bed for you. And then that's when, in the meantime, your attorney's gonna call and find out, regarding retrieving your property as well as your car. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, all righty. Thank you, sir.
Really.
Okay, Sarah, are we done with you?
Yes, Judge, that's
Okay.
everything.
Your Honor, very quickly, the state respectfully requests that the final judgment reflect a family violence finding.
Yes, it will.
Thank you.
Okay, all righty, thank you. Yeah, final, family violence finding. Let me just double check. Okay, annex, then let's move on with Valadez. So Mike, let Alyssa in. And bye-bye, Sarah.
All right, goodbye. Have a good one.
You too. Okay, good morning, everyone. We are here under cause number 2023-0C01945, State of Texas versus Miguel Angel Valadez. And this is a status. This is a DWI. There's also an ICE hold. And where are we on this case?
Good morning, Your Honor. So there is still a lot of evidence that is outstanding. I have gone to speak to my client. So it's my understanding if he were to be released on a bond, in this case, the federal agents would go and talk to him and determine whether they wanted to deport him or whether they were going to release him to the street pending any type of resolution of this case. So I don't know if we would like to set it for a bond hearing. So then that way he can go work out the things with the federal government. However, I am missing a lot of evidence on the case.
Okay, Miguel, where are we evidence-wise?
It's all been requested, Your Honor. 911 is up, officer histories are up. The videos are outstanding, Your Honor. They were requested and they're pending.
Okay, then let's set Mr. Valadez for a bond hearing next Friday, the 14th. That's the next time that we're given 1 hour of time for the inmates. So April 14th at 10 a.m., we'll have a bond hearing at that point.
Sounds
And
good,
see-
Your Honor.
Okay, all righty. Thank you, Mr. Valadez. Thank you, Ms. Nava.
Thank you.
Okay, downtown, I don't think we're good. Where are we? Well, okay, Annex, let's move on with Miss Lemke. Is she Annex or downtown?
He's downtown, Your Honor.
Okay, all righty. So Annex, we're done? You,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay, all righty. Thank you so much, Annex.
Thank you.
Okay, downtown, Monica Lemke.
Yes, ma'am. 1 second.
Okay, thank you. Good. Good morning, Ms. Lemke.
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
Okay, good morning, everyone. We are here under cause number 2022-0C06058, State of Texas versus Monica Lemke. And may have announcements from council, please.
Miguel Hernandez for the state, ready to proceed?
Kate Sullivan for defendant Lemke. We're ready, ma'am.
Okay, and in this case, this is just a status. Ms. Lemke already had a bond hearing April 2nd. She already had, it was April 2nd. She was previously placed on PR bond. That was on December 3rd. And then she did not comply with PR bond, so a CAPIS was issued. She was rearrested, and we are here today on a status. And let's see, it's a criminal trespass. Miguel, what evidence do you have? Has anything been requested? Where are we on this case?
Yes, Your Honor, I don't see any evidence uploaded. It has been requested, Your Honor. It's a very simple trespass case at a McDonald's, Your Honor. So I'll go ahead and let Ms. Sullivan know that what my recommendation will be. But there is no opposition from the state as far as bond is concerned, with the exception of it reflecting or stating that she keep away from the subject of the trespass, the McDonald's on Mesa.
Ms. Sullivan?
And Your Honor, I am of course going to ask you to issue a new PR bond. It looked to me like this was a PTD case, and the PTD was also not complied with, and the PR bond violation came after that. Am I wrong about that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything about PTD. Do you, Miguel? I don't see
No.
anything on our side.
No, I have no. This is I think this is. I don't recall this case from January, although that it might have been heard before, Your Honor. But no, I have no notes on it.
Let me just take a
So-
look. Hang on to me 1 second. I just printed it.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw pretrial supervision. And I thought we were talking about pretrial diversion. I'm sorry, my mistake. So anyway, I also need to let you know that we have a linkage error on this defendant. On the public side, they show no cases for her at all, including this one. When you look under her name and her date of birth, but when you look under the actual case number, they bring up this case with the name spelled exactly the way I was spelling it. So we have a linkage error, I think, somewhere. I'm not able to look at her criminal history.
Miguel, what's her criminal history?
I don't see any on the wrap, Your Honor, and I only see this one on the defendant history under portal.
Okay.
I don't mind following up with my investigator to see if there's a discrepancy in her name or database information.
Yeah, I think it's an IT problem. I'll shoot him an email and tell him that I can't seem to link the defendant's name. Because they should at least come up with this case.
Mhm.
I know it's a linkage error. I just don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, okay. And Miguel, what's the recommendation on this case?
Well, Your Honor, if her history is indeed clean, with the exception of this case, the state is inclined to offer a class 4 dismissal.
And will Ms. Where is Ms. Lemke residing?
Miss Lensky, where are you residing?
Where am I?
She's at.
Where do you live?
Oh, right here in El Paso, Texas.
Do we have a street address?
Yeah, 6265 Do Drive. It's my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
What kind of class are we talking about? Because I'd hate to keep her in jail. This is the problem that I'm having. I'd hate to keep her in jail for this offense. But she didn't comply with PR bond before. But if the recommendation is a class for dismissal, then that kind of puts us back to a PR bond. What kind of a class are we talking about, Miguel?
Yeah, I believe Court Solutions does offer theft classes, Your
Oh,
Honor.
but this isn't a theft, this is a criminal trespass.
I'm sorry. Pardon me, pardon me. Well, then it would be a life skills class, Your Honor.
And what's the cost on that and how many hours is it? Does anybody know?
I
I'm
have
pulling
a
it right now, Your Honor.
I have a provider who will do this, who is certified in Texas for like $25 for a 4-hour class.
Okay,
If they don't have criminal trespass, if they don't, they certainly have something that we can make match that.
okay. Is there any cash bond that Ms. Lemke can make? So I don't have to place her on PR bond.
Ms. Lemke, can you make any amount of money for a cash bond?
Yeah, it depends on how much it is. I'm poor. I'm a poor woman.
Yeah, I don't want to take the chance. What I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and do a $1,000 PR bond,
Mhm.
and it'll be administrative. And the condition is going to be to report to County Criminal Court number 1. What day? Next Friday, the 14th? Do you think, Kathleen, do you think she can take that class before next Friday?
Ms. Lemke, do you have a credit card, or does your ex-boyfriend have one that you could use to take this class online?
No, no, I have no income whatsoever at this point.
That's what I'm concerned about. Why don't, okay, Ms.
Well, Ms.
Lemke, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place you on PR bond, but I do need you to report to the courthouse next Friday, okay?
Yes,
At 9 a.m.
yes,
And the address is going to be on your bond order.
yes, ma'am.
And what's gonna happen, Ms. Lemke, if you do not show up?
Of course I will be there.
Okay, well, in case you're not, then I need to tell you what the possible consequences are. Obviously, an arrest warrant may be issued for you, and then you wind up in the county jail again. And at that point, you would stay in the county jail until we have your trial, which could take several months. I also need to advise you that if you are using a bondsman, which in this case you're not going to, then they may come after you for some money. But that's not going to happen in this case. So I'm going to do $1,000 administrative and report to County Criminal Court number 1 on April 14th at 9 a.m.
Mhm.
And then I do need for you to call your attorney, okay? I'm gonna put your attorney's number there. Kathleen, what's your number? Your office number?
Let me give you the cell phone number,
Okay,
915-726-1201.
okay. 726-1201?
726-1201, yeah.
Okay,
Judge, can we put the office number too, because I have a 24-hour service just in case.
perfect. Yes, go ahead.
915-546-2600.
Okay. So Ms. Lemke, when you get out, I need for you to contact your attorney, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And then I'm gonna need for you to show up next Friday, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I will.
Okay. Okay, all righty, thank you.
And
Thank
Ms. Sullivan, I did want to convey to you that as an alternative to the class, the state will also extend a credit for time served play.
Okay. I think what we're gonna, Judge, I think what we're gonna try to do then is come up, if she can come up with the $25 in the next week or two, I will take that money and I will go ahead and use my credit card and she can do the class at my office.
Okay, and Ms. Lemke, one of the conditions is that you stay away from the McDonald's at 6101 North Mesa, okay? You can't go
will.
back to that McDonald's,
Ma'am.
okay? You're gonna have to make your coffee at home, so,
Yes,
okay. All righty, Mike, make sure that you put that as a condition also.
yes.
Okay, anything else from anybody? Are we done?
No, we're
Nothing
done.
further from the state, Your Honor.
Okay, all righty. Thank you, everyone.